My name is Adam Novak, and now we'll be talking about functions in Python. Functions can either be built-in or user-defined. The built-in functions we have looked at so far are the string and int function, etc., though we can write our own. Functions are great for writing legible code or reusing and recalling code in future. It allows us to modulate our code so to separate it in batches. Functions must be forward-defined using a definition and semicolon, and we put our function name inside with parentheses. We can call them later using parentheses, such that my function with parentheses is now going to call what is written inside of the definition. Once we have called the function, we can return the valuation, though we can only return one evaluation at a time. It is important though to remember that we can return a container. Here's an example where we have defined the function getName to get a name, first calling it using define and semicolon. We are returning the result into a variable we have called player1, so that we can print the result back to the console. Inside this function we are simply getting an input and putting inside a variable called name, returning it such that player1 will be equal to the return result from getName, and we can print player1 to the console. In this case, if I entered my name, I'll get my name back. Here's an example of a nested function in which we are calling another function from inside another. It is common practice to call the function in which you call the other function's main, so that you can see it's a main function automatically in which you call the others. First, we are defining the main function in which we call the others, then defining pick again, in which we'll call from inside of it. We must remember to call the main function as well. So in this case, we are simply asking for the user to input a value such that it can be between 1 and 6, then generating a random number. Then we are running a while loop such that while the number they have input is not equal to the random generated number, we will run the loop. This function nested inside the loop simply allows the user to keep inputting a value until they get the same value as the randomly generated number, returning the result. Once we are done, we can print well done, such that when they get the same number as has been generated, it will print well done. So if we look, for example, at a function, let's forward define it, in which we want to get a number, so we define get number using parentheses and semicolon to end a definition. Once we call this function, we'll run everything inside of it using indentation. So now let's get a variable from the user, number equals input, enter number. Now let's return num. Nothing would happen yet. Let's put it inside a variable such that variable equals to the result of get num. So we are calling it here using parentheses. Now we can print var equals var, and for example, let's call the function from inside a print statement. From in print equals get number. So let's run this, pushing F5 to run and save, put 5 in, for example, first, and we get var is equal to 5. In this example, we're printing what is returned from the function. Now we put in the second result, 2, now we get 2, such that we're printing the returned number straight into a print statement.